for what is the largest P3 transit project in North America. And as we celebrate the laying of the very first tracks of the Purple Line, I want to thank Purple Line Transit Partners and our Maryland Department of Transportation, the MTA Purple Line team, and most importantly, the men and women who are out here every day doing the important work of building this exciting project. Let's give all of them, all these guys you see in these hats and vests, a big round of applause for all of their hard work. 2 years ago, when we broke ground on the Purple Line, I climbed into an excavator and personally helped get the construction underway, just talking with a couple of the fellas about that. I was pretty good on the demolition side. I'm not sure about the actual construction side, but knocking down the building was fun. This project had been a long time coming, and I didn't want to wait any longer, so I took it into my own hands and started to work. But since then, all these other guys have been doing a lot of hard work. They've been grading and moving utilities and tunneling, and now we have finally begun building and laying the first segment of track. As Pete mentioned, as chairman of the nation's governors, I recently launched a bold national infrastructure initiative. And last week, I convened my first infrastructure stakeholder summit, joining with some of my fellow governors and leading transportation experts in Boston to discuss ways to rebuild, repair, and modernize America's infrastructure. And I was proud to point to the Purple Line as an example of the kind of forward-thinking project that other leaders across the country should be thinking about. A partnership between the federal, state, and local governments and the private sector. And this long-term investment will connect New Carrollton here in Prince George's County to Bethesda in Montgomery County with a 16-mile east-west light rail line that will include 21 stations. The Purple Line will integrate seamlessly with Metro, MARC trains, Amtrak to provide more transit options across the region. Just the construction alone means the creation of 6,300 Maryland jobs. And once it's completed, it will be transformative to the state of Maryland and to the entire region. We've already seen it is projected that the Purple Line will take at least 17,000 cars off the roadways every single day, which will help to relieve traffic congestion and help to make our environment cleaner and healthier. In Maryland, we have taken a balanced approach, an all-inclusive approach to infrastructure. We've invested $14 billion in transit, more than any other administration in Maryland history. And we've moved forward on nearly every single one of the highest priority transportation projects in every single jurisdiction all across Maryland from one end of the state to the other. We currently have over 800 projects currently under construction, totaling $9 billion in roads and bridges all across Maryland. And we recently approved the largest P3 highway project in the world to relieve traffic congestion on I-270 and 495, the Capital Beltway. In Maryland, we're proud to be setting an example for the rest of the nation. And the Purple Line is at the very heart of our state's infrastructure success story. So once again, I just want to thank everyone who has been involved in making this milestone possible. This transformative Purple Line project is just one more way that together we truly are changing Maryland for the better. Thank you all very much.
So, Governor,